no one who plays the bigger matches better than Rafa.
It's important you have a special feeling on court and you play with intensity, so that's really important for me.
That is ridiculous from Nadal.
There are athletes, and then there are forces of nature. Rafael Nadal was never just a tennis player. He was a storm wrapped in human form, a relentless, roaring, unyielding force that left destruction in his wake. He was never meant to last. His body was too fragile, his style too brutal, his rivals too great. But time and time again, he defied the odds, rose from the ashes, and stood taller than ever. This is not the story of smooth genius or effortless talent. This is the story of raw fight, of scraped knees, torn muscles, battered spirit, and the will to keep going when no one else could. From the dusty clay courts of Mallorca to the grandest stages in sport, Rafael Nadal's journey is one of obsession, sacrifice, and triumph. He didn't just win, he endured. He didn't just dominate, he inspired. This is the story of the boy who became a king, the warrior who became a legend, the man who became immortal. This is Rafael Nadal. This is the unbreakable king of clay. Chapter 1. Humble beginnings in Mallorca. Rafael Nadal was born on June 3, 1986, in the small, sun-soaked town of Manacor on the island of Mallorca, Spain. His family's life revolved around sports. His uncle, Miguel Angel Nadal, was a famous footballer for Barcelona and Spain. But it was another uncle, Toni Nadal, who saw something rare in the little boy with the oversized racket. At age 3, Toni began coaching Rafa, instilling discipline, grit, and an obsession with improvement. Though naturally right-handed, Rafa was made to play tennis left-handed, an early decision that gave him a devastating topspin forehand. By the age of 12, Rafa had already claimed regional and European titles in his age group. But his parents, Sebastian and Ana Maria, kept him grounded. Education, humility, and family came first. While Rafa's peers played for fun, Rafa played with an intensity that startled even adults. The clay courts of Mallorca became his proving ground, shaping a young boy into a warrior who never wanted to lose, not even in practice. Chapter 2. Teenage Prodigy. At just 15, Nadal turned professional and wasted no time making history. He won his first ATP match against Paraguay's Ramon Delgado, becoming only the 9th player ever to win a professional match before turning 16. By the time he was 17, Rafa had broken into the ATP Top 100. His rise was meteoric, but it wasn't just raw talent propelling him forward. It was hunger, discipline, and a fiery will to fight for every point. In 2005, still a teenager, Nadal made his debut at Roland Garros, the French Open, and stunned the world by winning the entire tournament. His aggressive style, built on heavy topspin, relentless movement, and a mental toughness beyond his years, overwhelmed opponents. That year, Rafa captured 11 ATP titles and finished the season as the world's number 2. A clay court emperor had arrived. Chapter 3. Building a clay court empire. Over the next few years, Nadal cemented himself as the undisputed king of clay. His mastery on the surface was unparalleled. Monte Carlo, Rome, Barcelona, and Roland Garros became his personal playgrounds. Between 2005 and 2007, he compiled an unimaginable 81-match winning streak on clay, the longest in the Open era. But questions followed him everywhere. Could he succeed off clay? Rafa answered them emphatically in 2008. On the grass of Wimbledon, he faced Roger Federer, the elegant Swiss genius, in a match many call the greatest final ever played. After nearly 5 hours of rain delays, drama, and breathtaking rallies, Nadal emerged victorious as darkness fell over center court. For Rafa, it was more than just a win. It was the match that proved he could conquer any surface, any opponent, anywhere. That same year, he clinched Olympic gold in Beijing and ascended to the world number 1. One ranking, ending Federer's long reign. Nadal was no longer just a clay court specialist. He was a global tennis titan. Chapter 4. Injury and heartbreak. Yet the same intensity that fueled Nadal's brilliance came at a cost. His grinding style, explosive movement, and never-say-die mentality wore down his body. In 2009, tendinitis in both knees forced him to withdraw from Wimbledon, a devastating blow, both physically and mentally. Federer reclaimed the number one, and whispers began, could Nadal's body survive his own style of play? But Rafa was nothing if not a fighter. In 2010, he roared back to win his first US Open, completing the career Grand Slam. For the first time, he had claimed major titles on clay, grass, and hard courts. Yet even as he raised trophies, his body was already planning its next rebellion. Injuries, setbacks, long breaks from the tour, they would punctuate Rafa's career, threatening again and again to end his time at the top. Chapter 5. Rivalries that defined an era. Tennis fans were lucky to witness one of the greatest rivalries in sports history, Nadal versus Federer. Their contrasting styles, Federer's effortless elegance against Nadal's relentless ferocity, produced some of the sport's most iconic matches. But another challenger emerged, Novak Djokovic, the Serbian warrior who combined Federer's precision with Nadal's physicality. The Big Three era was born. Time and again, Rafa faced Novak and Roger in epic finals that tested the limits of human endurance and mental toughness. Whether it was the 6-hour Australian Open final against Djokovic or countless Roland Garros classics, Rafa proved again and again that he belonged among the immortals. What made him stand out, though, wasn't just his victories. It was his character. Rafa never smashed a racket. He never cursed an opponent. Whether lifting a trophy or shaking hands in defeat, he remained humble, respectful, and fiercely competitive, a rare combination in any era. Chapter 6. The man beyond the court. Off the court, Nadal's life was surprisingly grounded. He remained close to his family, his sister Maria Isabel, and his longtime girlfriend, now wife, Maria Francisca Perillo. In 2016, Rafa opened the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, nurturing young players and giving back to the sport that had given him so much. Through the Rafa Nadal Foundation, he dedicated himself to charity, working to provide educational and sports opportunities for underprivileged children. For all his fame, Nadal stayed remarkably humble, known for treating everyone from ball kids to tournament directors with the same respect. He didn't seek the limelight. He sought excellence on his own terms. Chapter 7. The final stretch. As he moved into his mid-30s, Nadal faced the inevitable: age, injury, and younger challengers. But even as his body broke down, his spirit refused to yield. In 2022, at the Australian Open, Rafa staged one of the greatest comebacks in tennis history, rallying from 2 sets down to win his 21st Grand Slam, surpassing Federer and Djokovic. Months later, at Roland Garros, he captured his 22nd major title, extending his own record to an astonishing 14 French Open crowns. Yet the signs were there: abdominal tears, foot pain, knee flare-ups. Every match was a battle, not just against opponents, but against time itself. Fans wondered, had they seen the last of Rafa Nadal? But true to his nature, he always found a way back. Chapter 8. The legacy. Rafael Nadal's legacy isn't just written in numbers, though the numbers are staggering. 22 Grand Slams, 36 Masters 1000 titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, 5 Davis Cup titles, more than 90 career trophies, and 209 weeks as world number one. His true legacy is how he played. The grit, the heart, the humility, the respect he showed his rivals, the inspiration he gave to millions of fans who saw in Rafa not just a champion, but a role model. He didn't just win. He fought every point, every match, every season. He showed the world what it means to compete with honor, to rise after heartbreak, to push the limits of human endurance. The final walk-off. In the twilight of his career, Rafael Nadal stands as more than a tennis legend. He is a symbol of resilience, of passion, of the unbreakable human spirit. as the crowd rises to its feet, chanting his name, Rafa, Rafa, Rafa. The boy from Mallorca waves one last time, hand over heart, eyes glistening with emotion. His shadow stretches long over the clay, a reminder that though the matches end, the legend lives on. Rafael Nadal, the fighter, the king, the champion who never stopped chasing greatness. His name will echo forever, not just in the record books, but in the hearts of everyone who ever picked up a racket and dreamed.
Your footprint will stay here forever.